Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Zed Johnson. Welcome back to the Traumafied podcast, man. Hey, man, I want to talk about something today, man. I've been thinking about it for a while now. My daughter's in the back watching TV, so y'all probably hear that a little bit, but whatever. Like, I got to get it off my chest. So, man, listen, man. I was in New York a few times, man, and I noticed they got a Chinatown, dope spot. Love Chinese food. Washington, D.C., they got a little Chinatown and certain other parts of the world. You know what I mean? Let me see. Where else is there? Chinatown. Chinatown. I'm about to do some research. Chinatowns in Chinatown, America. Let's see how many Chinatowns are in America. There are 50 Chinatowns. There are more than 50 Chinatowns in America. Now, shout out to the Chinese, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing y'all thing. Everybody was hating on y'all during COVID. I love Chinese food. But my thing is this. Where's Native Town? Where's Africatown? Where is it at? We've been in America a long ass time. As for black people, right? Natives been here before Christopher Columbus, quote unquote, discovered it. That's another story. How the hell you discover somewhere there's like millions of natives already there? But anyway, where's Africatown? Where is a place where black people can go? And I'm not talking about a couple spots in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a few spots here, a few spots there. I'm talking about like when you go to Chinatown, you fucking feel like you're in China. Never been to China, but I think that's what it might feel like. Not 100%. I don't want to sound racist. I don't fucking know. But I'm just guessing. Right? Where the hell? It's 50 of these shits here. We ain't got one African town. We ain't got one. Not that I know of. Somebody educate me. Where the fuck where can I go where people are walking around in traditional outfits, African garbs, or whatever you want to call it, African attire throughout Africa? We should have Nigerian dishes, South African dishes, even fucking Jamaican dishes. Because even though they say, we not African, y'all African, they just stopped at that island, the mid-Atlantic trade shit. Y'all from Africa. Where the hell is Africatown? Now, I know y'all probably thinking, duh, racism, 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow era, segregation, mass incarcerations, all these bombs we had dropped on us. See, they dropped that bomb on us, right? That slavery shit. That was the culture for them back then, right? They dropped that bomb on us, man. Then after they dropped that bomb on us, the second bomb they dropped on us, Jim Crow. United States of America actually created a fucking law to diss us and hate on us and treat us fucked up. Then the third bomb they dropped on us was segregation. Like slavery and motherfucking Jim Crow on and up. Then of course the crack epidemic. Then of course mass incarceration. About 5 bombs. We never had time to recover. We had a few places that could have been Africatown, but shit, y'all know what happened to them. Black Wall Street. That shit wasn't even in the history books. So that's why I say we need something to connect to. When people from China come over here, they can go to these places and feel like they're back home. Now I know some people say, a lot of the shit that they serve us, a lot of Chinese people don't eat. And some people say, yeah, that is what they eat. So, hell, I don't know. Educate. And again, nothing against the Chinese. But where the fuck is Africatown? where the hell is Native Town? I know full well the natives, Lightfoot and all these other people that were here way before the Europeans came. I know they had their own traditions. They had their own food. They had their own way of being, way of dressing. Where the fuck is it at? Why? All the more reason to have that, right? You would think that is all the more reason to have like an African town, a native town. Where can people that are native go and connect besides those reservoirs? And those reservoirs are fucked up. Am I saying it right? Reservations. Say reservoirs. Reservations. Those places are fucked up, man. Yeah, they gave them the casino. But damn. They need a lot more. Not a little more. They need a lot more. We need a lot more. Black and brown people need a lot more. And I know it could be some people from Mexico. Y'all got a whole country down there, though. See, Chinese people, man, when they come over here from their country, they got a whole country. Black people, we can't connect to Africa. We was ripped away from that. We can't connect to that. All the more reason to have it, right? So we can have something to connect to. You wonder why these young bulls out here doing what they doing and wilding and this, that, and the third. No identity. Our identity in this country starts with slavery. And then you expect us to just be jolly and happy and all this other shit. It's like, dude, come on. They like to show, especially in the 90s, to feed the kids commercial, the Santa Claus looking white dude standing there with a nice polo shirt and khakis and dress shoes, while the half naked black Africans got flies and shit on their face. Y'all know how they tried to paint this image of Africa, but fuck no, that ain't the truth. I was watching a Family Feud South Africa, and every time Steve asked them, what do you do? They're like, oh, I'm in school. I just graduated. I got a master's degree, bachelor's degree, doctor. I'm like, yo, it's a lot of smart people over there. And we should be damn proud of that. You know what I mean? But it's hard to connect to those guys because we've been over here going through it. And I know the young generation really don't know the pain. But then again, you look around, you see all this hyper-violence and hypersexuality. I've been there. Hyper-violence, been there. Yo, these people ain't got nothing to connect to, man. This anger, this rage, it's in our blood, man. It's in our veins. Trauma stays in the neurons in the body, the neurological part of the body. Doesn't the trauma stay there and then they pass it on? Isn't that why you got traits and things like that? I don't know. But I'm just wondering, man, I want to go to Africatown. I want to go somewhere where I can shop African, where I can shop and get food that is African, because let's just face it, man. A lot of the shit that they push into us, it ain't for us. We had a completely different setup than them. Yeah, we mix like hell now. I know we all mixed up. Everybody mixed up. We don't really have a lot of African features like we used to when we first got here. We look a little different now. But still, we need something to connect to. Not just this street shit. Not just this, I want to see nothing but successful black people. I want to go somewhere where everybody's working together and everybody's a team. I'm not saying that it's gonna be perfect. You're gonna have your arguments. You're gonna have your fights. But like Chinatown, whenever I go to Chinatown, these motherfuckers is one. And not to sound funny, I never seen them at the motherfucking polls to vote. Have you? I haven't. That's just me. Again, educate me. I haven't seen it. Not to say that it doesn't happen. I haven't seen it. And it's just crazy, man. It's like native people, man. I know they got a whole entire culture about them. Where they at? Like, yo, where we should have some shit for them. And not just the fucking racist shit, like the huts and shit they try to, hut tech. No. No, we need some shit for them. We need some shit for us. I want to see Africatown. I don't care how y'all feel. I want to see Africatown. I want to go somewhere and see my people dressing and having and connecting some, because we can't connect the shit. Yeah, we got a few soul food spots, but we ain't got a soul food chain of restaurants. Think about it. KFC, it's Caucasian food. Popeyes, as much as y'all want it to be black, it's not. It's Caucasian food. McDonald's, Wendy's, you see the little white girl up there. You see Colonel Sandals up there. Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Chanelos. Even PF Chang's is a knockoff, like Chinese. That's you know what I mean? It's like some Americanized shit, like Taco Bell. All this stuff is Caucasian owned. And nothing against it. I know what time it is. I know where I'm at. But I know people gonna be like, well, there's no Caucasian town. Dude, America is Caucasian town. Like, stop playing. It's you know what I mean? Like, stop playing. Like, y'all see what it is. A White Castle. I believe that's a Caucasian chain. Not 100% sure. Jack in the Box. All these places, man, are Caucasian. It's Caucasian food. Burger King. It's Caucasian food. I don't see a black, 100% black owned restaurant chain. And educate me if they out there, please. That can compete, not with McDonald's. We know McDonald's running shit, but can compete with all these other places. And I know why. We know the history. But damn, wouldn't that shit be nice? If we had somewhere to go where we could eat food that was from us, by us, for us, by us, on some FUBU shit. Like, where is it at? Where's the connection? We ain't got no connection. We just here, surviving. And I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for everybody, man. But I feel like that's part of the problem, man. Like, we lack that connection. And the thing is, natives, they had a country. The indigenous people, they had it. But it was taken from them. And it's like, damn, like, y'all took that from them folks and y'all didn't even, not like really nothing. Like, let's be real. Nothing. And I don't want to sit up here and blame white people, but hell, it is what it. Look at the past. That's all I gotta say. Google. That's all I gotta say. Come on, this is common sense. Like, we're Africatown. We're indigenous town or native town, or whatever you want to call it. And I know they had their scuffles in the day before the Europeans came over here. I know they might have had a couple civil wars over here beforehand, but it was still all them. It wasn't no. I don't know, man. I just feel like the culture got ripped. The culture did. It got ripped away from them, man. And I'm just like, man, they need that. They need that, man, because you go to them reservations, man, it's like, damn. It's like, it's fucked up. It's like they pushed them into a corner, like they did with blacks. Push them in a corner, push them all in a corner, suck out the resources. We need that. Let us get that. And it ain't no cap. My mom even told me about way back in the 60s, 70s, or whatever. Hand-me-down books, pages ripped out. The even me, like, I'm gonna speak for Newport News, right? They got this thing that they call zoning. I'm doing quotations, zoning. But my uncle and them, they kept it real. They like, listen, that zoning shit, that's desegregation. So basically what they did was, in Newport News, They took all the black children and started shipping them to Menchville and all those places up there. But you ain't see none of them white kids getting shipped down to the hood. No, sir. Shit ain't happening. But they gonna ship your black ass up there. You just have to get up 5 in the morning. 5. Bus coming at 6. I'm up at 5. Bus come out, 6:15. About a 45 minute ride. We get there at about 7. Bell don't ring till 7:20. We just sit on the bus, wait for the bus, because we had to be up dumb early. And my boy Chris, who stayed right around the way from there, from this high school, he getting up at 7. He getting up at like 6:40. I'm up at 5. Past two high schools, past Heritage. That was like literally like a 10-minute drive. And I passed Warwick. And they had room for other schools they could have built. They didn't want to do that. And too much money. Hell no. Let's ship their ass way up there. Desegregation, bro. So I got off topic a little bit, but it's like, man, we need something, man. We need something. We gotta have that connection. We ain't got that connection, man. We just out here trying to figure this shit out. And we need an Africatown. I want to go somewhere and buy something that speaks to me. And again, I ain't hating on y'all white folks. I'm just talking about us. I need something that speaks to me. I want to try some African food. There's a difference between soul food and African food. For y'all that don't know, I gotta break it down because it's the internet. Soul food is basically from slavery. We took what we had and made the best of it, and then, long story short, soul food. All right. African food is what we probably used to eat, but they broke that connection. And I'm not blaming the white people of the day, unless you're a racist, prejudiced, crack ass prick. But I'm not blaming y'all. Hey, it's all good. I chill with everybody, but it's just facts. It's like, yo, what's that like? Why do I gotta search so far and wide to get an African meal? Why can't I have that connection? Like you go to like a strip mall or a mall or shopping center, whatever you want to call it. It's probably a Chinese joint around there somewhere. It's probably a McDonald's. It's probably a Burger King. It's probably a Chick-fil-A. I fuck with all of it. Where we at though? Why can't I walk up in a native spot? Get some native food, some indigenous food. Why can't I walk up in a African spot, get some Nigerian food, Egyptian food, some shit from the Congo? You know what I'm saying? Somewhere over there by the Sahara, some fucking South African dishes, Madagascar, and all of that shit. All of that shit. Like, why can't I connect to who I am, like my ancestors and shit, like my bloodline? Why I can't connect to that shit? You know, a lot of y'all, you know, maybe some of y'all may say, "Well, K ass to Africa." Well, hell, I don't know what the fuck to do over there. I have my allergies is bothering me, so I might sound a little funny, but I have no connection to that country, but I want it. You know, white people, man, they got a connection to Europe. You know, they got a connection to those places. And really, they don't need no connection to it because they got this shit on lock. So they don't need no motherfucker. They good. They straight. Chinese come over here, they good. They straight. In my opinion, I feel like 80% of Chinese people can go back to China and fit in. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is just me. But I feel like 90% of African people can't go back to Africa and connect. You know what I'm saying? Native people can't go no motherfucking where and connect because they just damn near got wiped out. And you know, you can't go back and change the past, man. But what we can do is we can learn from it. We can try to learn from it, man, and do a little better, I guess. I don't know. I ain't perfect. But I'm just looking at this shit, man. 50 Chinatowns. 50 of these junks, man. California, Maryland, Montana, New York, San Francisco. I mean, it's a lot of these yanks, man. And shout out to them. You know, they getting like that. That's what we should be doing. But you know, I don't know, man. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm looking. Man, I ain't even finna count all these youngs, man. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, man. Shout out to the Chinese, man. Y'all goddamn getting it in. That's what you're supposed to do when you come over here. Because, you know, America is all about contracts and money and, you know, all of this. So, alright, they knew how to play. You know what I'm saying? They knew how to play. They got a whole country behind them, though. Us over here, African Americans. I don't even know if we can call ourselves African Americans. We just motherfuckers in America, really. Man, look at this shit. That shit is beautiful. See, that's what I'm saying? Like, I wish we had, like, our own writing, our own, like, languages posted up where our kids can go and learn and feel like something and have that dope connection. Because, man, you know, it's fucking depressing. White people might not feel that way because their ancestors is like, they're like heroes. They're like, they came, they stuck the fucking flag in the ground, manifest destiny, push west. Manifest destiny, man. That's just I'm gonna keep it gangster, man. That's just a word for genocide. Because if you push west, you wiping out people. You ain't just, hello, hey, how's it going? Nah, you feel like it's your destiny, manifest destiny. Come on, man, it's genocide. Stop it. Then they want to trip about critical race theory. Well, what the fuck? What we supposed to connect to? I don't want white people to feel guilty, but if I'll just say this, if I was a white person, I would get it. Like, I get this shit. Shit was fucked up. But you don't gotta go around bowing down to every black person or every, you know, indigenous native person. You don't gotta do that shit. Cause you ain't the one that goddamn pulled the trigger. You just the descendants of the ones that pulled the trigger. So I understand. I get why y'all patriotic. You can't look at grandmama and granddaddy or great grandpa and be like, oh, he's evil. And to be fair, there was a lot of people back in the day that's Caucasian that was watching black folk hanging from the tree like, damn. But again, like Charleston White said, the culture back then that's how it was. So even if you felt some type of way, you better not say shit. You a nigga lover? What? That's worse than a nigga themselves. You know? That's how they see it. So, I don't know, man. I'm just looking through this shit. But yeah, man, I just had that shit on my mind, man. And I'm like, dang, yo, that would be dope. You know, if like there were like a chain of African fast food places. You know, like a chain of native fast food places. Or, you know, maybe not fast food, but you know, get that money, man. Like, and we can bring it back to the neighborhood. You know, the indigenous people could take that money and bring it back to those places where they suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was a way, because you know Wendy's and all these other places, McDonald's, they not doing that. It's business, you know? And I feel for the native people of this country, the ones that's left. It ain't that. I mean, think about that shit. What other race of people that have been completely wiped out? You know, like natives, indigenous people in America, before it was called America. Man, that's like a whole race of people that's like almost fucking extinct. And I honestly believe, you know, there's a song, I forget, you know, one of them little patriotic songs. This land is my land. This land is your land. This land was made for you and me. Why do I feel like the natives said that to them people when they came over here and they took that shit from them? Because, I mean, that sounds like something that somebody that's smoking a peace pipe would say. You know, this land is my land. This land is your land. This land was made for you and me. Like, that doesn't seem like something that somebody that came over here would say. That sounds like something that the people that was already there said. But I don't know. I was just thinking, And another thing I was thinking, like, they be saying like Indian givers, and that shit, Indian. You know why? You know why natives are called Indians? Because Christopher Columbus, dumbass, thought that he was in India, but he was in America. But they just went with it because they ain't give a fuck. Correct me. Help me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I heard that and it sounded good and I'm regurgitating it. And another thing, did they speak English when they signed that contract? That they say they signed the contract to let them have the land? Like, doesn't sound right. Why would they just give that shit up to y'all? Here you go. Oh, this English contract? I don't know. They probably just signed it on some out of faith shit, on some, on some like, hey, this is on some real, like, I got faith in you. They don't know. They probably went off handshakes. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, I just be thinking, like, man. And they be tripping over critical race theory. We don't want the little white kids to feel bad. How the fuck you think we felt when we open up them history books? The real history books is in the library. The ones you can't take to school because it's too horrifying. You see black man hanging. You see a black man hanging. Who the fuck? You see you. Like, oh shit. How y'all think that made us feel? Now y'all mad about critical race theory? What? Like, yo, what's up with America? It's like they throw the rock and hide the hand. Or they sweep it under the rug. Really, they throw the rock and just keep throwing rocks and look you dead in your eyes and be like, I ain't threw no rock. Y'all threw them dead. Y'all still throwing rocks. This shit is crazy, man. I just wanted to get on here and vent and just talk about, man, you gotta get that connection. Ooh, my stomach growling. Yo, I gotta get something to eat. Yeah, it's time for me to get up off of here. Listen, man, I just wanna, y'all tell me. Y'all, go ask somebody. Where Africatown? Where's Indigenous Town? Where's Native Town? You know what I'm saying? Just go holler at them and ask them and just see what they say. Ask a white person. Ask a black person. Ask an indigenous person. And again, I ain't talking about a few spots here and there in the hood that you can stop by. I'm talking about like a real deal place where you can go and feel like you're at home and it not be the ghetto. You know? Like a lot of times, man, motherfuckers want to take that attitude and take it there and turn it into, nah, man. Like, it got to be like a legit place where we can go and feel like we at peace and we just can connect with our ancestors, connect with the people who foot touched this soil. And they were lost for words. Where the hell am I? The air smelled different. The water tasted different. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we got to connect with them, man. We got to really tap back into who we are, myself included, because I'm done a lot of, people probably listen to this right now, like, this nigga, yeah, what? But, yeah, man, we got to tap back in, man. How about this? How about all these rappers, right? That's always bragging about the bag and whoop-de-whoop. Jay-Z, these billionaires, Kanye West, all these motherfuckers. How about all y'all come together? Put all y'all bread together, right? And then start like not like a GoFundMe, but like start raising money. So say they put up, I'm just throw a number out there. And this is probably a wild ass number. Say they put together, all these rappers come together, old school, new school, everybody chip in. We got 500 million. Then they say, all right, we gonna open up like a GoFundMe jank, and we gonna start like, we want everybody to chip in and do it for a whole year, and just every time you drop an album or mixtapes, like, I don't know, 5% of that shit can go towards it, 10%, 15%, 2%. It don't matter. Just put something towards it, and then like, black people can donate whatever they want. Don't put no price on it. Like, starting at $1 all the way up to however much they want to put down on it. You feel me? But listen, thank you for tuning into the Traumafied podcast. It's your boy Zell Johnson, and I'll holler at y'all later, bro.